Hey, what's up, guys? It is Luke Beller. So as you guys know, today the Packers and the Jets faced off against each other in practice, of course, not the game. There is a preseason game on Saturday between the Packers and the Jets, but today and tomorrow the Packers and Jets have like a joint little practice going down. Unfortunately, there were no like videos from this practice. I'm guessing that the reporters probably weren't allowed to film the footage, probably because the teams just don't want people knowing, what the heck they're doing. But, the reporters were there, so I basically want to go through and break down exactly what happened today, some bigger things that happened today at this joint practice. First off, starting off with some injuries, it came out from Ryan Wood. 4 Packers players not practicing today versus Jets. QB Jordan Love, wide receiver Chris Blair, safety Vernon Scott, wide receiver Juwann Winfree. Obviously, Jordan Love still dealing with that shoulder injury from Saturday's preseason game. Yesterday, the Packers re-signed Jake Dolegala back to this team just in case, Jordan Love isn't able to go for the preseason this Saturday. And I do believe Dolegala at least got a little work today. So who knows if Jordan Love is going to be ready for Saturday's preseason game. It's definitely, important for him considering he only has 2 more potential preseason games to play in before the season starts and Aaron Rodgers takes over. So definitely, important, some developmental time for Jordan Love. So hopefully he will be ready to go, but we just still really don't know up to this point. But he has, 3 days now to rest and recover and hopefully be good to go by this Saturday. So then we have here from Wes Hodquist. He says Packers open with Runyan and Newman as guards. So in that preseason game, Jon Runyan was a left guard. Lucas Patrick started off at right guard, but Lucas Patrick as well as Jon Runyan both had pretty bad games in that preseason game, and Royce Newman was actually the highest graded offensive player for the Packers. So it seems that the Packers noticed that. They saw how good Royce Newman looked, and they decided to bring him in. Of course, Newman is the 4th round rookie pick from this year's NFL draft. So it's good to see at least that he's doing well, and hopefully, if he is good enough for this Packers offensive line to start, hopefully, he can sort of continue to show what he's shown so far. Then we have here also about Royce Newman. Matt Schneidman says the Packers seem to be giving rookie 4th round Royce Newman every chance to win the right guard job over Lucas Patrick. So we'll see if Royce Newman can actually win that job. Then now moving on to the Packers defense. It seemed to be a pretty solid day for the Packers defense. Here is a Jets reporter. First off, down below you can see it says Zach Wilson today was 12 of 23. He was sacked 7 times. Receivers dropped 2 easy passes. So that's definitely not good for Zach Wilson. Seemingly the Packers did a pretty good job of containing the rookie quarterback. Then it says 2 were Preston Smith beating Becton. 1 was Kamal Martin beating him. 1 was a cornerback, Eric Stokes, coming around his side. Kiki had 2 inside. Couldn't tell who he beat from the field level. 1 was coverage sack. 2 other times Smith beat Becton. Looked like sacks, but play continued. So the fact that they sacked him 7 times, definitely good for the Packers, not good for the Jets. Obviously, this is just, just a joint practice, so who knows how much you can actually take away from this. But the Packers D looking good. You love to see it. Then we have Kylan Hill has been getting some time with the ones. It seems right now, at least the way the Packers are using him, he started off as the guy in the preseason game, and the Packers seem to be using him a lot, especially when it comes to kick returning. So it seems like it's Kylan Hill's job to lose at this point. But Tom Silverstein says this, running back Kylan Hill gets the start with the number 1 offense, which gives you an idea what they think of him. Aaron Jones only taking part in individuals. Then another part about Kylan Hill here. Ryan Wood, Aaron Jones not taking team reps with the Jets, leaving plenty of first-team reps for Packers rookie Kylan Hill. The 7th rounder seems to have supplanted himself as the team's 3rd running back. Of course, Patrick Taylor and Dexter Williams are both still there in that backfield fighting for that 3rd spot. As I noted in the Saturday's game, Dexter Williams had 4 carries, and honestly, he looked really, really good. But I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to, beat out Kylan Hill for this job. Also because, of course, Kylan Hill seems to be the guy that the Packers prefer when it comes to returning kickoffs at this point. Then moving on to Andy Herman, says Hill with a nice run, and we have a very brief, very mild skirmish. It didn't seem to be like any major fights. I know there was some fight at some joint practice last week, but nothing really serious seemed to go down today. Then he says Rodgers with a play action quick strike to MVS over the middle. Nice play. Kylan Hill with a wow run. Just cuts on an absolute dime. He's so damn fun. So Kylan Hill seems to be playing really well, which you love to see. Packers are pretty stacked at running back. When you got Aaron Jones and then A.J. Dillon, and then Kylan Hill seems to be doing it as well, I think the Packers are going to be just fine when it comes to the running back position. Then today, a good thing to note, MVS is looking good. Came out from Rob Demovsky. Marquez Valdes-Scantling is easily having his best camp. showed great hands just now when he high pointed a 40-yarder from Rodgers against good coverage by Jets cornerback Bless Austin. Then also another time during practice today, it came out from Ryan Wood. MVS's big day and camp continues. On 3rd and 10 with 15 seconds left and 2-minute drill, Jets forget to cover MVS down middle of field. Aaron Rodgers finds him wide open for easy 33-yard touchdown. So, MVS's biggest skill set, at least last season, was his ability to go deep. He was probably one of the best when it came to that in the NFL when it came to yards per reception. And so I'm hoping he builds off that, and it really seems like he's developing into a better all-around receiver, whereas in the past, maybe he used to be more of just that deep threat. I think starting in that NFC Championship game, that we definitely, unfortunate game, but MVS looked good in that one, and he definitely looked more than just a deep threat. And, we've seen reports that his hands are looking better, as well as, 2 great plays today from him, possibly more. So it's definitely good to see MVS continuing to develop, continuing to grow. And hopefully, it's seemingly he can be better than just that deep threat this year, which is pretty exciting for MVS. Then here we have Matt Schneidman. Rodgers drops one in a bucket deep down the left sideline for MVS over Bless Austin. First explosive play of the day for Packers. Rodgers killing Jets D on slants to MVS, Adams, and Lewis. Not very shocking to see Aaron Rodgers killing any defense. So, the Jets, even though they may be having trouble, probably every other defense will be having trouble, maybe except the Buccaneers, but we'll leave that one for another day. Then moving on, Olivia Reiner said, Packers defense dialing up different pressures on 3rd down. Cornerback Eric Stokes sent on a blitz and has a free non-contact shot at Jets QB Zach Wilson. So one of the biggest things we have been seeing, about Joe Barry and his defense is basically his ability to disguise the players, sort of where they come from, where they line up, and also their coverages as well. And so, this could be another thing we continue to see, with using cornerbacks to bring blitz pressure, other kinds of things like that as well. Then we have Matt Schneidman saying, don't normally see Rodgers miss Adams by that much 2 plays in a row. Both times Adams was wide open too, once in the left flat, once past the chains down the middle. Of course, Aaron Rodgers is, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and, with him obviously having some solid plays today, I saw this and figured, okay, he had a couple bad throws. We'll throw it in there to give a fuller picture of what actually happened today. Now on to Bill Huber, saying quick tally shows defense won 10 of 16 on 3rd down. Preston, Stokes, and Kiki with sacks. So once again, it looks like the Packers are doing pretty good today against the Jets offense. Then we have a few more tweets here from Tom Silverstein. So he says, the value of Packers cornerback Jair Alexander shows in 1st and goal drill. Rookie QB Zach Wilson went at Alexander twice, and he broke up both passes, both on 3rd down. Downside was Adrian Amos dropped an interception in the end zone. Then moving on to Wes Hodquist, he says, Devondre Campbell will be such an important piece for the defense. His coverage ability could keep them in true nickel form, or nickel more this year. He's done plenty of dropping in camp. Of course, last year the Packers had 2 young linebackers, inside linebackers, and Kamal Martin and Chris Barnes. But of course, bringing in Devondre Campbell, a veteran linebacker, seems to be a pretty good addition for this Packers team. So I'm excited to see sort of what he brings to the team this year. Then to end it off, we have a couple injuries that happened today. Comes out from Rob Demovsky. Just as Devin Funchess was carted inside after pulling up, Dennis Kelly went down. He's walking off now under his own power, but heading inside with the medical people. So that's not good for Devin Funchess, who had a really solid game in that first preseason game versus the Houston Texans, and it definitely seemed that he was making a push for maybe one of those final wide receiver spots. But if he's injured, hopefully it's not a serious injury, because if it is, maybe he doesn't make the team if it's a pretty serious injury. So hopefully he'll be fine. And then also offensive lineman Dennis Kelly also injured as well. So that's pretty much all that went down today at Packers versus Jets joint practice. There should be another one tomorrow. So if you guys want to stay up to date with all Packers news, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.